Hello, beautiful friends. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is well. So today I'm going to be trying out a brand that's been on my radar for a very long time. It's one of those brands that I've been, just haven't taken the plunge yet to purchase their products, but I actually won a giveaway and it was the brand that I've been wanting to try. And that brand is called Doll 10. It's like an indie brand. So I'm super excited to try those products out. And I just brought down some other products that I'm just going to revisit and apply today as well. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, please stick around. If you're new today, thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and we truly hope that you do stick around and join this amazing family here. Okay, let's go try out some new products. Okay, I'm super excited. It feels so good to be back. I apologize for only putting out one video last week, but so much has been going on in my life. I had the wedding. I'm still down a man at work, and work has been so busy, and my neck has been really giving me problems. It's just an issue I've had on and off for a very long time, but it started in again, and who knows? Maybe it was from all the dancing at the wedding, but I don't know. But it really was really bothering me, so I just wanted to give it a little break. I get the tingling in my fingers and it's just a mess. It's almost like a pinched nerve, but I feel a lot better today. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of this day and get down here and film this video. Now the products I won, like I said, it's from Doll 10. And I don't know if you remember a few weeks back, I did a collab with my friend Clara here. Well, she put out a video on Doll 10. And of course I wanted to watch it because it's a brand I really wanted to try. So I went on there and she didn't post, like it was a giveaway or anything. So I had no idea. And honestly, when I even wrote in the comments, it wasn't even an intention to win the giveaway, it was just to comment on her video. And she, ended up a direct messaging me over on Instagram, and she said, "You won." So I was so excited. And she sent a lot of stuff. I couldn't believe it. It was so generous of her because apparently she won the giveaway from Doll 10 and they gave her, double the product. So she gave one of the packages out to a giveaway. And I was so excited. And she also sent a bunch of samples and stuff, but I didn't bring that down, but it was just very generous. So thank you so much, Clara. I am so excited. And I hope I do this video justice for you. But this is what she sent. It's, this nice bag, you can reuse it. And it just looks like bubble wrap. It's really cool, but it is stuffed with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to start off with the palette because she did send this palette here. I watched her video, so I'm super excited to, try this. She also sent a primer, and this one is actually by Gerard Cosmetics. They had like a situation going on with the Jaclyn Hill, so I'm super excited that she was able to support that brand. So, and this is like an indie brand as well. So basically everything here I believe is like an indie type situation. Okay, let's look at this palette. So again, it's by Doll 10 and it's called the Rose Brilliance, and it's a face and eye palette. Ooh, look at this packaging. It is so beautiful, but it's one of those packaging that you're going to get a lot of fingerprints on it very quickly, but it's very weighted and really nice. There's a huge mirror in here, and this is the palette. Look how beautiful that is. I love the big pans. So a lot of this you could use, either on your eyes or on your face. I love those kind of palettes. Natasha Denona has, something like that. And I just think that is just so nice, especially if you just want to, do a very quick look. Everything's in the same spot. So again, look how beautiful that is. There's some shimmers, there's some mattes. It's a neutral palette, but it kind of reminds me of that new Natasha Denona palette that just came out. I'm just getting that vibe. Okay, so let's try out this eye primer too, and it's like a pot eye primer. It's in the shade Fair, so let's get this out of this packaging. But this is the component that it's in. Ooh, it is super creamy, so wow, you got to be careful with that, but I think you can use this basically as maybe even a concealer, but I'm just going to place just a little bit. It's very liquidy, so that is the only thing I'm noticing that could possibly be a problem. You know, it could just get very messy. But, you know, it's been traveling, so that could be a why. But let's try this out and see how this feels on the eye. It's blending out really nice. It's very creamy. I have super dry under eyes and lids, so this is going to be perfect for that. That's actually a very nice primer. It reminds me a lot of the one that I love on Amazon, but this one actually is just a little bit nicer, I feel. Again, you know, my other one on Amazon, there's slight creasing right away, but right now I'm not seeing any creasing. So now I got to think of what look I'm going to come up with this palette. I think I'm actually going to start with this shade here, you know, use that as a base, because it does look pretty light. So I'm just going to place a little bit on a fluffy brush. Whoa, this is way more pigmented than I imagined, but this is applying really nice, and it's applying beautifully over that primer. Okay, so that blended out in literally a second. So yeah, I love that shade. You know, it's perfect. This would be something really nice if you just wanted to do a very simple look. And there is a piece of hair on my brush. How shocking. Yeah, these shadows are just blending out really nice and fast. And yeah, they're not like a buttery formula, but they're not super dry either. You know, they just kind of glide right over the eye. It's just really nice. So what I think I'm going to go into, gosh, I don't know what kind of look I want to go to. This is more like a taupey type situation. So maybe if I would have started out with the pinks, I don't know. Oh gosh, you know, I've done a lot of neutral looks lately. I probably should have started with this more pink shade. Let's see how they build. Maybe I can just kind of turn this look that way. So I'm just actually going to grab another brush here, and let's jump into that really pretty pink shade and just add that in the crease and just see if we could take this whole look in a different direction, because like I said, I've been doing a lot of neutral looks lately. So yeah, this is blending over that first shade really nice. I'm not having any patchiness or muddy looking situation going on here. So that is what that is looking like. Well, there's more drama in the beauty community again. People are really going after Raw Beauty Christie, which, I mean, I have never, you know, who would ever think that she would be in some kind of heat? But yeah, there's like a situation going on with that. And I was pretty shocked at that one. If you guys have heard anything about it, you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, people are really not happy with her. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this more taupey color or shade. I just want to see what this is all about. So I'm going to pack that pretty good on this brush here and just see how deep this is. We might have to deepen up this outer corner a little bit more, but oh, I don't think so. Yeah, that's kind of really just taking on a really pretty taupe shade. Have you ever tried a Del 10? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, or if you've even heard about them. They kind of remind me of like how Moira, you know, started out. Not many people talked about their brand or their products. So hopefully in time they will start getting a little bigger, you know, like Moira. Or maybe they're bigger than I think and I'm just not aware. But yeah, I see them on Instagram all the time. And, you know, a lot of their products just really appealed to me because all of their products are actually cruelty-free. It's a clean brand. The products were developed, you know, by a doctor. So, yeah, so it's a very interesting and cool brand. Okay, so I'm actually going to take another brush here, and I'm going to just go at the brow bone with this shade here, this really pretty, like snow white shade. Just apply a little bit right at the brow bone. So yeah, I was looking at, like I said, the ingredients. They're just really good. You know, they're all like basically oils and natural. There's none of those hard chemicals in any of their products. So I really do appreciate that. Okay, so now I gotta think of a shimmer. I'm actually gonna stay more in this taupe family, so I really love that shade here. It is super pretty, so let me just kind of swatch a few of these shimmers. Yeah, these aren't like really bold, glittery shadows or shimmers, so that is just a few of the swatches here. So yeah, they're just more like a satin finish, which is super pretty. I like that kind of look every once in a while. You know, sometimes I just don't want all that glitter. So this is just really nice. So I'm actually, like I said, going to use this taupe one here. Just place this more on the outer edge. Woo! Again, these are really misleading. Yeah, they when you first, swatch them, they just don't look as bold. It's just very soft, very simple. Again, they're not super, in your face, bold, but just enough to add, some softness. And also, I think that this brand does cater more to mature audiences, to tell you the truth. So I think, like Laura Geller and those types of brands that they, are just keeping that really in their, process, thought process when making these products, that they will look really nice on mature lids, on mature skin. So yeah, it's just very soft, and that's, what the vibe I'm getting. Okay, so let's do like a little liner. I don't have anything, I don't think, in here. So what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of my little tape that I get on Amazon, and just apply that on my corners, just so I can do like a little wing. Okay, with the tape, I just applied that really close to my lower lash line and aimed it towards my temple. I just find with my hooded eyes that works the best. And for liner, I'm going to use this. I got it through, one of my BoxyCharms, and it's called Doll Paint. So what it is like a retractable liner, but it is very, very fine a tip. So you got to be careful because of it being so fine tip, that I do find that it does, it can break a little easier. But they are super long lasting and they apply really well. They're super creamy. And then I do have like a little smudging brush that I get from Amazon. You guys have been seeing this so much lately, but it really does work and does the job very well. So I'm just going to blend this in. Okay, so a moment of truth. This is always the scary part for me. Yeah, so that looks pretty even. And again, it's just a very soft wing. Okay, so let's get into the complexion. So there's not like a lot of complexion products, I don't believe. I gotta remember here in this lovely bag here, but I am going to start with a primer. And this, I believe, is an indie brand because it's not sold in the stores, I don't believe, but it's by Touch of Soul, and it's called the No Pore Blem Primer, a hybrid primer. So I actually found mine on Amazon. I think it's more like a Korean brand, and I'm just going to shake this up because I haven't used this like forever. So I'm just going to place like, ooh, that's probably way too much. So let me just wipe some of that off. So I'm just going to rub it in between my fingers and apply this just where I have some pores, and just to see if it does kind of mute some of these fine lines and wrinkles. So it does feel very similar to that new liquid putty primer by e.l.f. Okay, so it does blur the pores pretty good. I'm not seeing like too much of a blurring effect with my fine lines and wrinkles like my Maybelline Master Stick, but yeah, it does blur for sure. Okay, and then for foundation, what I brought down is actually a Moira. So I know that's an indie brand, and I haven't used this in a very long time, and it's called the Complete Wear Foundation. It's a weightless foundation, so it looks like this, a nice frosted glass bottle. And let me see if I can find the shade here, and it's 200 bisque. So hopefully this shade will go with my skin right now. So I'm just going to place a little bit in my palm, and let's take a look. It might even be a little yellow right now. So if it does need to darken up, I do have something down here that I can add. But let's just apply this first. Yeah, I can tell this is actually going to be a little bit too light. So what I'm going to do is drop everything. Is use my Indeed, and this is my Nano Bronze. So this is just amazing. I actually found this on, no, I'm lying. Actually, they sent it to me, but they do sell it on Amazon. So it looks like this. It has like a little bit of like a shimmer, but it's not going to really alter the foundation, but I am just going to add a few drops here just so this foundation isn't so light. Okay, to blend this in, I'm just going to use my BK 101 brush. I absolutely love this brush to apply my foundations. Yeah, it is just perfect because, you know, if you want something more full coverage, you just use the real dense part here. And then with the, you know, these bristles here, the longer side, you can really just shear that out. So yeah, here I'm just going to, you know, press more, and I will get a more fuller coverage that way. And I think when I did use this foundation before, I really did like it. I can't remember how long lasting it was, but we're definitely going to be giving it a try today. And I will let you know in the description box, you know, how long, or up here, how long this did last on my skin. Now it is later in the day, but we can get an idea at least, you know, after 5 hours. If I can get 6, 7 hours out of a foundation, I'm pretty happy. Okay, now for a concealer, I actually have one that I haven't used in a very long time, and I think it's called like Makeup or something, but it's their Skin Mimetic Concealer. So again, this is an indie brand, and I will find their name. I know it's not Makeup Forever. It's called, I think it's the Make or Make something, but I'll put that somewhere up here. But it has a really nice hefty component. And, you know, here it just, you know, has like a little opening so you can see how much of the product you have left. And that is the doe foot here. So, and I will find out what shade I have because it's nowhere on here. So that's the only bad thing about that. It doesn't have the brand on there, and it doesn't have the shade. So I can't remember. I haven't used this in a very long time, but I will say the shade looks a little deep, but we are going to make that work. What I do remember from this, it's super, super creamy, and a little bit does go a long way from what I can remember. And I forgot my little concealer brush, so I'm just going to use my finger. We're going to press this in. Ideally, what I've been doing lately is just kind of putting my concealer down and going to another step and coming back. I've been finding, you know, I do get a little bit more of a fuller coverage doing that. So that is just a really good tip that is out there, and it does really help. So, ooh, that really did blend nice, and it looks super creamy. It's not accentuating any of my dryness under my eyes, and it's not as deep as I thought. You know, once I started blending it out, it actually is like the perfect shade. Okay, so far so good with that concealer. We'll keep an eye on that to see if it starts creasing pretty good, but because it's super creamy. But as of right now, it looks really, really nice. Really like that. Glad I brought that out. See, that's why I love doing these kind of videos. Okay, so let's go into, I guess she sent me another palette, and I've already gotten it dirty, so but it's super pretty. And this is called the Refocus Afterglow. So this is like a face palette. It has a beautiful, a huge mirror in there. And I believe like this is like a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush. So I'm not sure. Maybe this is like a, I can't tell what that is. So that is actually called the Refocused Powder, this one here. So yeah, under the eyes, that might look really nice because it, you know, it's not like super matte. So I'll definitely try that. Okay, so let's bronze up this face. This does look pretty deep for me. So I am going to be very light-handed. So I'm just going to basically just tap into that. And this brush just picks up so much product, so you got to be very, very careful with that. But okay, so with a little bit just on that brush, it's not too bad once you just keep blending it out. So that's interesting because I'm actually very light right now. So I'm just going to, tap a little bit off because I haven't been self-tanning, and this shade is working on my skin. And just place that on the cheeks. Okay, so not too shabby. It's a little deeper of a shade that I would want. And I don't know if they have different shades to go, purchase, but this one, it just does seem a little deep for me. But if you're dark complected, that would be really perfect. And I'm going to place a little bit down the sides of my nose, just so everything kind of looks blended and together. Okay, and I'm just going to take my sponge and just calm it down in the areas that is just a little screaming bronzer. So, but it works. It's just very interesting. You just got to be very light-handed and work in increments. And as you can see, I just kind of tapped off some of the color on the back of my hand, and that did help. Okay, so we do actually have a choice on the blushes, but I will say the blushes from here, this pan and this pan are very similar. So let me just swatch both of those. So this one here is actually from the eyeshadow palette. So let's find a place here to apply that. And this one here is the one in the face palette. So they are very similar. I think with this look though, I'm actually going to use, let's use both. We're going to try both. So I'm going to start with the one that is in the eyeshadow palette. And let's see what that looks like. So we're just going to apply that more towards my hairline here. And what I'm finding on this, it sneaks up on you really quickly. I was just going to say, these are super buildable, but as you can see how fast that sneaked up on me. Whoa, okay, so these are definitely a buildable blush, but they're super beautiful. And I was reading up on this brand too. What they do say is, the ingredients that they use, it will, it's smoothing for the skin, for mature skin. So that's what I'm finding. That statement or that claim is very true. Okay, so let's go into this shade now. So I'm just going to wipe off my blush brush real good. And let's just go into that shade and just, whoa, now this one is a little bit more powdery. And I'm just going to place that right on the front of my cheeks. And then I'm actually going to take my sponge because I'm seeing overdoing it on the bronzer on my nose. Okay, so this is the blush. That is very smoothing on the skin. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. I know she sent me, okay, I got some lipsticks. I got a mascara. And oh no, she sent me a concealer. You gotta be kidding me. Well, let's see what the concealer looks like. What a bummer. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hit. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. Heck with it, we're applying more. We're applying more. What a bummer. I should have really looked in this bag. Okay, so let's see what shade this is. Okay, the shade is light medium. And look how cool that applicator is. I've seen these, elsewhere, but oh, I've never tried one. Ooh, it's super cooling. And the nice thing is you can kind of blend it out with that little applicator. Now this one is a little bit of a drier formula than that Skin Mimetic one. But it has really good coverage. Yeah, I do like that you can spread the love with that nice cooling applicator. And I think the shade is really nice. Yeah, this is much a drier of a formula than the Skin Mimetic one, but this would be perfect in areas that I do need a little bit more coverage. And I would like to try it on its own without the other concealer under it because that could really just be messing with the formula. But I really do love, the packaging on that and how nice and cool it felt under my eyes. So really do like that. Okay, so let's just set the rest of my face. So I definitely want to try the powder in here. So let's just try it. I'm going to use a nice fluffy brush and just place a little bit on it. And I'm just going to go through the T-zone right now, just in case it is too light. And I'm really not seeing it alter the makeup that's under it. So I'm actually going to apply that everywhere. Okay, let me take a look, see if it looks super powdery. And it doesn't. Yeah, these products are just very smoothing. There is a slight glow, very similar to my Laura Geller, but not as glowy as the Laura Geller illuminating one. But oh my gosh, this looks super pretty. I do love, like, there's almost like a very soft, not shimmer, but glow. And I am going to try a little bit under my eyes. And honestly, I don't feel like I have to set them, but I do want to see what that does under here. Okay, now under the eyes, I'm not a huge fan of it. I felt like it just really showed off all my wrinkles and texture under there. So under the eyes, I'm not a huge fan, but again, I have several different concealers going on. So I definitely would try it again, but around everywhere else, oh, it is gorgeous. I hope that they do sell that on its own. Okay, so let's finish off this eye look. Let's go back into the palette. And I think I'm just going to place this deep shade here on the outer corner. And just a little bit because like I said, these are pretty pigmented. Then I'm going to take that pretty taupe shade here on the upper corner and just kind of apply that all along the lower lash line. Okay, and let's go into this palette here, and let's try that highlighter just on the inner corner. Might be a little bit more gold than I would like, but we're going to see what it looks like. So yeah, that is super pretty. And actually, let's just take, I don't have my highlighter brush down here, so I'm just going to take, oh no, I do have some kind of brush here. I'm going to take this one here and just see what this highlighter looks like. And, oh, it's just very subtle and soft. Very pretty. Ooh, do you see that? That is so beautiful. Just with the light, when it hits it just right, it is really pretty. Ooh, I love this palette. How nice is this? I might need, I might just take this down to when I go to Arizona. I mean, this is everything I would need. How great is that? Okay, so I am going to spray my face really quick, set it, and I'm going to use my Fablux. Again, this is an indie brand. This is the best setting spray. I'm telling you, if you love Charlotte Tilbury's setting spray, give this a try, and I think it is $20 cheaper, so it's my favorite. It has a great mister. I love this. And I love placing a little bit on my sponge and pressing it just under my eyes. That really does help if anything does look a little powdery or too dry. It really does smooth that out. Somehow it has some kind of magic in here, but I love that setting spray. Can't say enough about it. Okay, just curl my lashes, and she also sent me a mascara, and this is called the Lash Remedy. So this is what it looks like. Of course, this is probably just a travel size, but let's take a look at the wand. And it does have like one of those plastic wands. Now, what I think I'm noticing is one side, it almost looks like there's no bristles, but yeah, it's hard to tell. It's just a very interesting brush. So let's see how this applies. So hopefully I don't make a huge mess, because I have used those kind of mascaras where there's only one side that there's the bristles. And I think that's what this is doing. Let me just check really quick. I think that's what it's doing. Like this area right there, it almost looks like there's no bristles. I don't know. I can't tell. But so far, I am liking how it's applying. It's really grabbing onto the lashes. It's not super wet, straight from the component. And it's separating really nice. Yeah, so that is just a few strokes. Very nice mascara. So I'm just going to do 2 coats. I'll be back and we'll see what the lashes look like then. So that's with 2 coats. That is really a nice mascara. And normally I don't like those kind of brushes, but it really did grab onto my lashes, separated them. I didn't get any clumping, so very nice. So far so good. I'm so happy that this is going well. Okay, so then she sent me over these beautiful lipsticks. How cool is this? I love the little pouch that it came in. Oh, it's so pretty. It has like little butterflies on it. Oh, gorgeous. So these are the shades here. So I think this is like their nude line here. Now the cool thing is, these are glass packaging, and this is like the lip gloss, and then the other side is the lipstick. How neat is that? So you don't have to have, all these different things in your purse. So let's see what the shades are. So let's try this shade here. And this one is called Staycation. So that's what that looks like. Ooh, that is really pretty. And let's see what the wand looks like on this. Ooh, on this gloss here. So that is the wand there. And what's nice, oh my gosh, how cool is this? How clever is that idea? And this one here is called a Pamper. So let's see what this shade is. So that looks like that. And this one looks more like of a pink or mauve nude. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so my vibe. I know Clara wasn't too excited about these because she's not a nude lip gal, but I love them. Yeah, I am loving these shades. These are so my vibe. Okay, and the last one here is more like of a pink for sure. And this one is called Unwind. So that's what that one looks like here. And I had to move up towards my wrist. So it's this one right there. So yeah, this is more like of a, I guess, a more purple undertone, I would say. And this is the gloss. So that is all 3 shades there. Oh, so pretty. I think I'm actually going to go, ooh, with this look, I don't know. They're all so beautiful. I think I'm going to go with my original thought here and try this one here. Okay, so this is the shade I think I wanted to go with. Actually, I think it's a Pamper is the one I chose here. So let me just double check. Yes, it's Pamper. So, ooh, these are very creamy. Ooh. And they have a really nice taste to it. I did not, expect that. And there's really no scent, but there is a very sweet taste to that lipstick. Ooh, I might not have any on at the end of the day. Yeah, that is really a beautiful shade. It's almost like you don't even need this lip gloss, but we're going to try it. Let's see if this does have a scent. No scent really. And let's just go over that. And what I love is, I don't have to worry about the lipstick going into the lip gloss because it's basically the same shade. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. I love these. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad she sent 3 of them because I definitely will be using these often. Those are beautiful. Okay, so this is today's final look. Let's just talk about these products for a moment. I absolutely love these palettes. I am just really, really impressed by their products. I'm definitely going to go look at, more of their products online. Now, the only thing is, look how messy that gets, but you could just wipe it off. But I am so impressed, like I said, with the shadows. They were super pigmented. They're very smoothing on mature skin. If you have a lot of texture or wrinkles in your lids, it doesn't really accentuate that. And that's what I love about this kind of shimmer, almost like that satin finish. Sometimes a really bold shimmer will really accentuate, all your fine lines and flaws and wrinkles. So I really appreciate this palette. It is absolutely beautiful. I love that you almost get 2 color stories out of this. You got the pinks, you got the taupe, you got, the neutrals. So super cool. And that it has a highlighter and a blush in there. And this palette I really love as well. I love that powder, not necessarily under my eyes, but the situation there. I'm definitely going to try it again. I will try it tomorrow for work. I'll let you guys know in the comment section. I'm going to try, or the description box, I'm going to try this on its own with that, without that skin mimetic concealer under it. But the only problem I have with this palette is the bronzer. It's super deep, and it could become a problem. I made it work, but I just wish it was just a little bit lighter. So maybe too, if I could mix, I could try mixing this bronzer with this powder here. Maybe it would just lighten it up just slightly. The blush is beautiful. Yeah, the products are just absolutely stunning for mature skin. I will say that. So yeah, the only thing I'm not sure about right now is this and that powder under the eyes. But for all around the skin, my skin looks just so glowy and healthy and gorgeous. Okay, I love these lipsticks, and I really love this Gerard eye primer. This is really, really nice. Again, like I said, I didn't get any creasing whatsoever, prior to me putting on my shadows. Love that. And I forgot how much I love this Moira foundation. It is really nice. My skin looks literally airbrushed right now. I am just so thrilled with this and that powder over it. This worked really good today. I know I've had problems in the past where it doesn't work with all my foundations. So it did work with this one. So it looks really good around the T-zone. I loved this concealer. This is really nice, especially if you have dry under eyes like myself. This is really nice. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to crease. I can't remember. I'll keep you guys updated. I just wanted to revisit some of these products. And I think, the mascara. The mascara is really nice as well. I'm super impressed by that. I think, even in maybe a week, it's going to be even better. So everything I truly enjoyed. I'm super impressed. Thank you so much, Clara, for sending these to me. I am super excited that I finally got to try some of their products, and I'm super happy that I did because they are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that like button. It truly does help me out. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much, and until next time.